Testing 1 2 1 2. Another day, another match here on Coventry United TV. Welcome, welcome one and all to live coverage of the FA Women's Premier League Cup match between Coventry United ladies and Haringey Borough Women's FC. Liam Cook with you during today's game, and the Red and Green girls will be hoping to come back from a disappointing 2-1 defeat against Portsmouth last Sunday in the Women's Premier League South. This could be the perfect opportunity for J Bradford's girls to get back on form. Team news coming up for you shortly. In fact, we're supposed to get straight into it now. There are a couple of changes to the Coventry United side. We haven't got the Haringey team news in just yet, but we will be receiving it very shortly. Let's go straight into the Coventry United ladies team news for the Red and Green girls today. Number 1, Sue Wood. Number 2, Alex Buck. Number 3, Nikki Miles. Number 4, Jade Brooke. Number 5, Rosie McDonnell. Number 6, Nat Haig. Number 7, Elizabeth Steele. Number 8, Steph Smith. Listed on the bench. She won't be taking part because she is injured. So the substitutes in effect are Helen Dermody, Maz Gauntlet and Amber Hughes. So it's a first start of the season for Elizabeth Steele, and it could be a first appearance of the season for Maz Gauntlet from the bench. So we'll have to wait and see how that one pans out. But just to confirm, Maisie Jerome is listed as a substitute. She has got the number 12 shirt, but she will not be taking part due to a pre-match warm-up injury. Now, just to let you know that the next fixture for the Coventry United ladies is next Sunday away at Lewes at the Dripping Pan Stadium. That is a Women's Premier League South match. However, there will be no coverage of the trip to Lewes next week. This is because of a fixture clash between both Coventry United and Coventry United ladies. The men's matches have to be moved from the Saturday to the Sunday. That is an FA Vars match against Tipton Town. It's been moved because of fixture clash between the rugby club and Coventry United, so the Butts Park Arena is unavailable on the Saturday, so the men are playing on the Sunday, which means that we're not going to be able to cover the ladies match away at Lewes next week, which we are absolutely gutted about, but we will be back for the trip to Crystal Palace on Sunday the 17th. That game is at Bromley FC, and the start that Palace have made to the season, oh boy, you do not want to miss that. And next time we'll be on air here on CUTV is in just 2 days' time as Coventry United host Roster in the Midland League Premier Division. And of course United are now top of the division after beating Quorn by 2 goals. Not the most spectacular of victories yesterday, not the best performance, but it was a comfortable 3 points for Coventry United. So the next match here on CUTV, Roster at home on Tuesday in the Midland League Premier Division at the Butts Park Arena, 7:45 kickoff. Coverage starts at 7:30. But today we have got live coverage of Haringey travelling to the Butts Park Arena to face Coventry United in the FA Women's Premier League Cup. A little bit of information on our visitors today. Haringey Borough women's team was actually formed at the start of the 1999-2000 season, but they did only play occasional friendlies in that first with Mill Hill United, and they adopted the name of Haringey Borough a little bit later on. They actually won a league and cup double last season, so they are a pretty successful side, but they are from a couple of divisions below. They currently play in the FA Women's Premier League South East Division 1, so I believe that's a division lower than Coventry United, but you got to think about it, leagues don't always tell the full story. Also, United had a very competitive league, losing last week against Portsmouth after an astonishing victory against Swindon on the opening day. It just proves anything can happen here at Coventry United, and from my experience, it usually does. So kick off in just 5 minutes' time. We haven't got the team news from Haringey just yet. We are hoping to get that very shortly, and as soon as we get it, you will get it as well. Sadly, it's international week, so there's no professional football in the top 2 divisions, so no Premier League, no Championship to keep you up to date with today, but there is some Formula 1 action, however, the Italian Grand Prix at the Monza circuit, and right now it's looking very good for Lewis Hamilton for a pit stop. So really it's Hamilton followed by Bottas, Vettel and Ricardo, with Raikkonen in 5th ahead of Esteban Ocon, Lance Stroll, Felipe Massa, Sergio Perez and Kevin Magnussen. But bad news for British fans, because Jolyon Palmer has retired, so he is unfortunately not going to be getting his first points of the season. It's not looking good for him, is it? And also Stoffel Van Dorn, it was looking so good for him. He was in the points and had pretty decent pace in that's McLaren Honda, but unfortunately he's retired now. In the tunnel here at the Butts Park Arena, the teams of Haringey Borough and Coventry United, live FA Women's Premier League Cup action here on CU. Brock caught in possession, and there was nothing that the defenders could do about it. And a highly disappointing start for the Red and Green girls at the Butts Park Arena. It's 1-0 to Haringey, and we've barely had a minute on the clock. And it looks like we've got an injury as well in the penalty area. Trying to figure out who it is. I think that's Nat Haig. Nat Haig is down injured, and while she receives some treatment from the physio, her teammates meet in the centre of their half, and Plan B may need to be put into effect, as could not have been a worse start for Coventry United. Not only are they 1-0 down to a sizable error for one of their star players, but now they've got an injury within the first minutes as well, as Nat Haig lies on the ground receiving treatment. And this is the second defensive injury that United have had already. Remember, Maisie Jerem was taken out of the first team lineup. She was originally supposed to be starting at centre-back alongside Haig, but she was injured during the warm-up and was replaced by Rosie McDonnell. And it appears a substitution may be required already. United trying to keep themselves fresh and in the game with a little bit of a passing drill, while Haig continues to receive treatment. Captain Sue Wood had a quick word with Jay Bradford, who is on the pitch. So no sooner has this game got underway, it's quickly been halted, and we will be getting underway from the centre circle to the worst possible start for United. An early goal for Haringey Borough after a cataclysmic error. But we do know there is goals in this team, plenty of them. And they will need to find a couple to get back into this, as Nat Haig makes her way off the field. And there will be a substitution of well, there should be anyway. The amount of time that Haig has been on the ground, I wouldn't expect it to continue. And we are going to get underway once again. We've had 3 minutes on the clock. Only one of them has seen any action, and that action has included a goal for Haringey Borough after Jade Brooke was caught in possession on the edge of the area. Forward on the left-hand side for Leah Sievewright. She'll have a job to keep that one in, but she does under pressure from the number 7. And the Haringey player has done well to ensure the ball goes out of play and out for a Haringey throw. And a foul throw given against the Haringey fullback. And Coventry United will get the throw in a very dangerous position, level with the penalty area. If they can score here, the status quo will be restored, and it will be almost like nothing happened in that opening minute, but they haven't. They've lost possession, and now Haringey on the counter-attack, but Davis does well to get a body in the way and block off the Haringey player. McDonnell, Sievewright's making the run, McDonnell going all on her own, and it's kept in by McDonnell. Customer in towards Ali Hall. The goalkeeper came out and punched it clear. A challenge made by Sievewright on the defender, but she takes it out for a goal kick to Haringey. Live coverage of today. Seconds or so. The referee continued play. Did he disagree with the decision? I'm not sure, but it's a goal kick, not a free kick, so I can only assume that the referee did not think that it was offside. Very bizarre situation. Well, it's been a very bizarre start to this match, as Hall nods it towards goal and just wide. Hall nods it on the near post, but couldn't divert it towards the net. And it remains at 1-0 to Haringey Borough. We don't see this every day. A Haringey defender is taking the goal kicks. Volley clear by the defender. Picked it once again by Miles, but only as far as another Haringey midfielder. Davis as well to make the challenge. Plays it back into defence with Nat Hague, who has indeed come back onto the pitch. He spent 2 minutes on the ground with an injury, but I think the old magic sprays works. Davis, lovely ball down the left-hand side for Leah Seabright. She'll keep it in, which is quickly closed down by two Haringey players. But it's into the air now with Steph Smith, and there's the equaliser. Well, United were only behind for 5 minutes. And Steph Smith with a neat finish into the bottom corner to make it 1-1 at the Butts Park Arena. Seabright did well to get the cross away and find Steph Smith in the area. In a position like that, there was only one way the move was going to go. Now United look to continue pressing their opponents with Ali Hall into the area now. Key was off a line. Ali Hall! Has it crossed? No, it hasn't. It struck the crossbar and bounced on the line, but squared out to Keely Davis. Deflected in. That's how quickly it can all change here at Coventry United. And just like that, 2 goals in less than a minute. And it's Keely Davis who completes the comeback. It's 2-1 to the Red and Green girls. Well, if it was a calamity start for Coventry United, it's been a brilliant comeback. But lackadaisical defending from Haringey Borough certainly didn't help. They just let Ali Hall straight into the box, unopposed. And you've got to feel the Hall, because it was a cracking shot straight into the crossbar, bounced on the line. Referee said it didn't cross. It was eventually put back into the area. Squared for Keely Davis. It will go down as a Davis goal. It took a heavy Brooke. Pressure on that right flank, which she's managed to get away. And now it's into Keely Davis in plenty of space. She's going all by Steph Smith. And Coventry United firmly on top as the opening 10 minutes comes to a close. United falling behind in the opening minute after a disastrous error from Jade Brooke. An injury to Nat Hague didn't help things. Luckily, Hague has been able to continue. Hall seems to be fouled by the Haringey defender. Referee says no foul. Davis out wide. Steele, can she whip it in? She can. The first defender didn't deal with it, the second one did. Only as far as Alex Buck, heavy first touch, loses the ball. Hague back into the area. Ali Hall's onside, plenty of time to control it. It's Ali Hall to make it free, and there it is. Pings it in off the far post. Now that's how you do it. After 4 goals on Swindon, Ali Hall drew a blank against Portsmouth, mainly because she was marked out of the game. But she's proven there, you give her a little bit of space in a dangerous position, you know exactly what she's going to do. And after 11 minutes at the Butts Park Arena, it's not only raining, it's raining goals. It's Coventry United 3, Haringey Borough 1. The Haringey player runs it out of play on the halfway line. Coventry United throw, taken quickly to Jade Brooke, playing in the centre today. Seabright, McDonald makes the overlapping run. Fantastic football here from Coventry United. McDonald, Hall wants it in the area. It's towards Ali Hall. It's caught by the goalkeeper, and Brooke tries to kick it out of the goalkeeper's hands. But it is a Haringey ball. The visiting shot stopper with the ball in hand. As you're saying, create some options for me. There's no space to kick the ball into. And that's a foul. A barge into the back of Jade Brooke from the Haringey number 19. Free kick taken quickly, a 1-2 between McDonald and Brooke. Miles, Davis couldn't control it. Brooke keeps it in, but not for long, heads it out of play. The Haringey captain to take the throw in. In fact, no, she's going to leave it for a teammate, the number 2. Up line, and poor control from the captain. And it'll go out for a Coventry United throw-in just inside Haringey territory. Buck looking for the throw. Smith managed to sprint away from the challenge, puts it into the air for Ali Hall on the right-hand side. And it's a goal kick as the defender able to block Hall from the ball. And a quick update now on the Formula 1 from the Monza circuit in Italy. Lewis Hamilton still leads. So as it stands, Hamilton first, Bottas second, Vettel third. So Lewis Hamilton will lead the Drivers' Championship after today's race if it stays the same. And Daniel Ricciardo is currently in P4 and he's catching Vettel, but it is lap 52 or 53, so it looks like Vettel will be in third. But nevertheless, we will have a Brit once again at the top of the standings in the Formula 1 Drivers' Championship. And a 1-2 on Ferrari home turf for Mercedes. Pretty good going. It will certainly help their constructors' standings as well. So throw in on the far side for Coventry United. McDonald plays a 1-2 with Seabright back in the starting lineup today after being dropped against Portsmouth. Haig, who has recovered from that earlier injury, sees offside. She couldn't control it anyway. And it will be a free kick to Haringey Borough Women's FC. After roughly 15 minutes at the Butts Park Arena. An amazing start in the heart of Coventry. 3-1 the current score. United were 1-0 down. And a quick comeback has made it 3-1 to the Red and Greens. With Smith, Hall and Davis on the score sheet. Steele. Davis able to compose herself and get the ball to Jade Brooke. A long range effort straight to the hands of the goalkeeper, but decent crack at goal by Brooke. Trying to return for that earlier error. Goalkeeper blasts it away. Davis wins the ball back but can't keep it. Now Haringey on the counter, but not for long. Smith barged to the ground. No foul given. United have won the ball back. And a free kick to Coventry United just outside the centre circle. The coaches have telling United to take it quickly, but I think the girls just want to compose themselves and do this right, do it by the book. Pushing players forward, but switch to the left-hand side for McDonald. Seabright. McDonald's making the overlap as Seabright cuts in. Keely Davis tries to return ball to Seabright, didn't wait it correctly. Clearance made, it will be a throw-in just inside Haringey's turf for Coventry United. McDonald. Nice little pirouette to take it around the Haringey striker who was being under pressure. That's offside against Leah Seabright. And the referee will allow play on as Haringey now have the ball, break down the right-hand side. Seabright makes the challenge and finds Smith. United can breathe easy now as they play it around in the midfield. Davis. Smith steals in space on the right-hand side and plays in Elizabeth Steele. Hall wants it at the far post. Steele's going all alone. Ali Hall. It's offside. It's in the net, but it won't count. It's offside against Ali Hall. disappointment for her. It was a fantastic run from Steele. Could have had a go on her own. That far post did look a little bit exposed. But she decided to go for Hall at the far post, who sadly for United had just drifted past the last defender before the ball was played. So scored the Butts Park Arena. Coventry United leading by 3-1. Seems to have calmed down after a pretty mad start. Hall on the ball, down the right-hand side, flicks it over the defender for Elizabeth Steele. She's barged out of the way by the fullback. And out for a goal kick to Haringey. And the fullback to take the goal kick. There it goes. But straight onto the boot of Jade Brooke. Heavy first touch, allows Haringey to win it back. Forward ball intercepted by McDonald, but she's lost out. And now here come Haringey. Space on the right-hand side with the number 9. It's played to the number 19. She tries to find the number 9 on the right-hand side once again, but it's a rather heavy pass. And McDonald makes sure that one goes out of play for a goal kick while shielding the ball from the Haringey attacker. Sue Wood, the captain, to take the goal kick. She hasn't had to make a save so far. The only action that she's seen is having to pick the ball out of the net in the opening minutes. But luckily, United have recovered, and some, since then. Nodded on by Brooke. Ali Hall couldn't quite get onto the loose ball, and it's hooked upfield by Haringey, only as far as Smith, who got the comeback back underway with the first goal. Hall. Davis. Hall making the run towards the penalty area, but Davis plays it out wide to Alex Buck. She's put it out of play. The Haringey defenders put it out of play off the leg of Buck, and it will be a throw into Haringey. The wrong option chosen there, as Hall's making her way towards the penalty area in a lot of space. And of course we can see a lot more from up here than the girls can from down there. Throw in to Haringey Borough. Up line from the left back. Good control. But Davis does well to make the challenge on the Haringey captain and play the ball back into the fence with Haig. That's with Wood in the goal. Nikki Miles strides forward and plays it to Steph Smith just inside United territory. Lovely ball done on the left hand side. Seawright's there, and now Ali Hall is in a great position, and that's poor goalkeeping really from the Haringey goalkeeper. A long range effort from Leah Seawright, another goal. She just seemed to flap at it, and it goes through her hands and into the bottom corner. Ali Hall was in a better position, but Seawright wanted the glory for herself. She got the glory. Well, this has certainly been a strange opening to the match. It's not like a game that I've seen before here on CUTV. Well, Haringey comeback isn't out of the question, but the way they've played since that opening goal, I'd say it's probably, well, it is very unlikely. As we've said before, anything can happen here at Coventry United, and it usually does. Nikki Miles. And that's with Brooke. Plays it back into her own box with Nat Haig. Davis playing a much more deeper role at the moment. Steele's making the run. It's played into space for Elizabeth Steele, striding towards the goal. The defender comes across to make the challenge, and a good tackle puts it out of play for a corner kick. Davis to take the corner kick for Coventry United. Number of options at that far post with a couple on the edge of the area as well. And he went straight onto the crossbar. Was that intentional? Was Davis going for that far top corner? Nearly found it. It bounces off the crossbar And United have lost the ball. It goes out of play for a throw-in on the far side. Good challenge made by Brooke. Under severe pressure on that far side by a number of Haringey players, and she's eventually lost out. Seawright with the interception. Hall wants it. Ali Hall will get it. And she won't. The goalkeeper will just get there first, will she? Yes, only just. The goalkeeper looks a little bit complacent. It's not been the best of starts for her. Followed away by the goalkeeper. Bounces away from McDonough. It's brought back down to earth by a Haringey player on that right-hand side. This has got a very tough task to get back into this one. They're losing by 4-1 Haringey after leading in the first minute. Space for the left back. That left-hand side. Haringey passing it around at the back, and poor passing allows Hall to make the interception. And lovely ball from Elizabeth Steele. It's Ali Hall, and she drags it wide of the far post. Could and should have been a 5th goal, but the margin that Coventry United have over Haringey on the score sheet and in the performance so far, I don't think that they're going to be too bothered about missing out on a goal there. Goal kick taken. Bounces towards the number 15 on that left-hand side for Haringey. Challenge made by Smith, but Haringey able to maintain possession, but not for long. Keely Davis plays Seawright through on the left-hand side. Bit of space to work with. She's being covered off by the defender now. Puts it into the air for Ali Hall. Tried to volley first time. She couldn't make a clean contact with it. The ball has stayed in. But the clearance is only as far as Alex Book. Crossing opportunity. Takes it past the defender. It's Book. Hall far post. Tries to find Ali Hall. Couldn't get the shot away. Let's come to the far post once again with Seawright, and it's another one. Leah Seawright with the header, and it's 5-1 to Coventry United. It's a goal fest at the Butts Park Arena. And the girls' first win at the Butts Park Arena looks to be on the way. And there is going to be a change already for Coventry United, and Keely Davis is going to come off. I'm not certain why this change is being made so early on. Maybe they're just trying to save their best players. But Helen Dermody does come on for Keely Davis after just 25 minutes. But United have, I wouldn't say they've got this game in the bag. There's still a lot of football to be played, but with 25 minutes gone, they're 5-1 up, and they look good for some more as well. Miles will pick it up along the back line, played back into the area by Sue Wood. Dermody stands it forward for Ali Hall. She's onside, but will she get to the ball? I don't think she will. She won't. It's picked up on the edge of her area by the goalkeeper, who has not had the best of games so far. And a very complacent Haringey defence caught out by Dermody. But the tackle cannoned the ball back towards the goalkeeper. Clears only as far as Smith, and Seawright's going to chase that one. The hat-trick's on for Leah Seawright, but this time the goalkeeper does stop the shot. Didn't catch it the first time. She managed to get her hands on it, make sure it wasn't going in. But it's played through for Ali Hall. Oh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful from Ali Hall. Fantastic strike. And it's 6. Oh, is it side netting? It looks to me as it had gone in. Well, that's what they put in the blooper reel at the end of the season. That looked to me as if it went in. But unfortunately not. It's hit the side netting. Hall makes the challenge. Smith, Seawright wants it in the area. Smith goes alone, simple catch. Rolls into the hands of the goalkeeper. So that wasn't a goal for Ali Hall, unfortunately. It was a decent strike, but it hit the side netting. So it remains at 5 for Coventry United, but the way they're playing, I wouldn't expect it to stay at 5 for much longer. Here's Smith. Dermody, one-on-one. This should be 6, but it isn't. It's gone through the legs of the goalkeeper, though. She has to roll over and grab that one. Haringey did not look comfortable whatsoever. Clearance made by the goalkeeper only as far as Seabright. Cross Callan up the leg of the Haringey defender. It will be a corner kick to Coventry United, who have dominated since that early goal for Haringey. So coming up to half an hour in, Coventry United lead by 5 goals to 1 in an action-packed first half. Swung in from the left, and and flashes across the face of goal. Hall couldn't make a contact with it. She was right in front of the goal. Any sort of contact on the ball would have sent it straight into the net. But sadly for United, it goes out of play for a goal kick. It's a poor clearance to the head of Ali Hall. Can still get on the end of it. No, she can't, but it's played out for a throw into Coventry United, level with the penalty area. Haringey is trying to limit the damage. Buck to Dermody, back to Buck. Steele. It's a poor cross straight into the path of the Haringey defender. And the visitors look to break forward with their captain. They're not going to be able to. Buck makes the challenge, and Brook able to take the ball away, and a push in the back of Jade Brook. Free kick Coventry United. So United with the free kick. Around halfway into enemy territory on this right hand side. Taken quickly by Dermody. Miles into the centre circle with McDonnell. Brook looking for an option. And there's Helen Dermody. Great chance. And the far post of Ali Hall couldn't get on the end of it, but it's Leah Seabright stopped well with the foot of the goalkeeper. And it's not over yet as McDonnell wins it back. McDonnell's going on her own. She's still going. Taken out. Referee doesn't want to know. And Ali Hall tries to find Steph Smith on the edge of there, but she puts the ball straight into the back of McDonnell, who was still recovering after being taken out. Brook loses that to the number 15 for Haringey. And Brook with a bit of revenge there. She was fouled a minute ago by the Haringey captain, and she's gone straight in and took out her aggressor. It will be a free kick to Haringey. And I can confirm that in the Italian Grand Prix at Monza, Lewis Hamilton has won. With Sebastian Vettel, his championship rival, 35 seconds behind in third place. So for the first time this year, Lewis Hamilton leads the drivers' standings. So back to the football now with Buck. Miles across her own area to Rosie McDonnell. Cool, calm, collected Coventry United. Brook, Dermody wants it, so does Hall. It's played through, and it's Ali Hall, one-on-one. And, it's hit the crossbar. Trying to be a little bit too cheeky there, Ali Hall. She had to get the shot away because the defender was right behind her, breathing down her neck, so she had to do something. She tried to dink it over the goalkeeper. It didn't dip quite enough, though, and it remains at 5 for Coventry United. Goalkeeper's clearance. Met in the air by Brook, and a foul given against Haringey, and Dermody tried to play it through the defence for Ali Hall, but Hall wasn't ready for it and couldn't make the run. The clearance only as far as Steph Smith. Looking for Steele on that right hand side, where there will be shifted it out of play, will it? In fact, no, she couldn't let that one go out of play. It wasn't going out of play. It's kept in by the Haringey defender, who stabs it out for a throw right in the corner. Buck, Dermody, back to Buck. Dermody's with her, and it's with Dermody again. Jade Brooke, blocked off by the Haringey defender. On the edge of the area, Ali Hall will pick it up for Coventry United. Takes a tumble. And it's played back into the area, and Steph Smith is down injured, and the physio is being called over, pretty sharpish. So Steph Smith currently down injured. Coventry United with a convincing 5-1 lead after a strange start, shall we say. We were right in saying we saw 4 goals in the opening 10 minutes or so. So it's certainly a start that, like, I haven't seen before here on CUTV. So Leah Seabright has scored twice for United. Ellie Hall's got 1, Keely Davis and Steph Smith, the other scorers. But to be honest, I'm just going to have to write down the scorers on my phone just to recap and remind myself who scored, because right now I think there's going to be so many goals I'm not going to be able to keep up by the final whistle. Don't forget, the next time we are on air here on CUTV, this coming Tuesday, live coverage of the Midland League Premier Division match between league leaders Coventry United and Roaster. As Steph Smith is coming off the pitch for a short period, she should be back on in no time. To Dermody, good control. Hall wants it down with an injury immediately after the first goal in the first minute. We've then seen stoppages for Steph Smith, and now the Haringey defender. Teammates trying to help her to her feet. I don't think she's quite ready to get on her feet just yet. Just a quick reminder, the next Coventry United ladies match we cover will not be next weekend due to a fixture clash. We'll be covering the Coventry United men's side in their FA Vars match against Tipton. So that's next Sunday. So the game against Lewis for Coventry United ladies next Sunday will not be covered by CUTV, but we will be back for what is set to be a blockbuster match as Coventry United ladies travel to Crystal Palace, who have made a fantastic start to the season in the Women's Premier League South. And we are good to go once again. The injured player has been seen to. And Haringey should give the ball back to Coventry United with this throw. As the injured player makes her way off the pitch for a brief moment. Score remains at Coventry United 5, Haringey Borough Women 1. Thrown back to Sue Wood by the Haringey captain. Again, we don't have a team sheet for Haringey, unfortunately, so we're having to go by positions and numbers, a lot like the pre-season matches. Smith. Plenty of options in the centre of the park. It's with Jade Brooke. Dermody. All the way back to Wood in goal. United seem to have this game in the bag. They don't need to go full on. A rather sloppy pass from McDonough allows Haringey back on the ball. Nice bit of skill from the number on the right hand side to keep possession under pressure from several United challenges. Brooke trying to force the Haringey player away. Good pressure in midfield means that Coventry might get the ball back. Dermody is chipped on the left hand side for Leah Seabright. She's got the freedom of Coventry on that left hand side. She cuts in. She's on a hat trick. And she went for glory herself. And it was not the best of shots. You can't blame her for going for the hat trick there. Firmly in control. as we approach half-time. 5 minutes until the half-time break here on CUTV. We will be taking a 5-minute break at half-time for a quick cuppa. We will be using the same broadcast channel for the second half, so you don't need to look for a new live stream for the second half. We'll just be muting the microphone for 5 minutes while we have a quick break. And now another injury stoppage as Alex Buck goes to ground. Okay, this is the 4th or 5th injury stoppage that we've had. There's been more injuries in this game than a week in the life of Johnny Wilkinson. United are leading by 5 goals to 1 in this FA Women's Premier League Cup match. Unless something totally bizarre happens in the second half, the Red and Green Girls will be going through to the next round. And to find out who we get in the next round, make sure to stay locked to the club's official Twitter page, which is @CovUnited. You can also follow us on Twitter @CovUnitedTV for the latest updates from the club and the broadcasts. Buck is receiving a little bit of treatment. Another substitution may be required. We've already had one change for United, with Keely Davis taken off at just 25 minutes for an as yet unknown reason. I've just been informed by a gentleman named Benjamin on Twitter. It's pronounced Haringey, not Haringey. We haven't actually spoken to anyone from Haringey during today's, well, before today's match. We usually get the team sheets in, and well, today it's been a little bit of rushed about, so it's Haringey, not Haringey. Our book is now being helped off the pitch. And there will be a fair old chunk of added time at the end of this first half. I think Haringey will just want to get straight into the dressing room and forget this first half ever happened, apart from that first 60 seconds, because that was something pretty special for them. But since that first goal, there really has been one team in it. And it's not as being biased towards Coventry United, it's a simple fact that Haringey just really haven't turned up since that first goal. Brooke, out wide to Seavright. Hall trying to make himself available in the centre, as is Dermody. Seavright dodges the challenge, but has been taken out, and that will be a free kick to Coventry United on the left-hand side. And Alex Buck, has she been taken off? I think she is. I think Buck's been taken off. She's been taken back to the changing room, so I can only assume there's going to be a change for Coventry United. Dermody towards the far post and headed over the net by McDonnell at the far post. Well, Buck will not be returning to the game. I can't see anyone getting ready on the touchline. So it appears right now that United are playing with 10 players. Seavright in possession on the left-hand side, into the area, Ali Hall, she's left it for Dermody, and that was just complacency, I think. If the stakes were higher, if it was 1-0 rather than 5-1, I think Dermody would have put a bit more effort into that one and stuck it in the net. But again, just a little bit of complacency creeping in for Coventry United. They've already got a sizable advantage. They know they're in control. They know they're going to see this game through. Brooke in the midfield plays it into the centre circle with Rosie McDonnell. Forward to Smith, couldn't control the ball, and now Haringey have it in the back line. Out wide. Poor first touch from the number 9. And Seawright able to make the interception. Brooke. Plenty of space out wide for Elizabeth Steele, who's now playing up right back in the absence of Alex Brooke. Hall flicks on for Steele. Just about gets there despite the best efforts of the number 3. Into the area. Taken out. Referee says no. Ali Hall tries to win the ball back. Slides in. Got a contact on the ball but couldn't bring it back for Coventry United. And a throw-in will follow for Coventry United. Some poor passing on the flank from Haringey. Brooke runs straight into a defender and Alex Brooke is coming back. So Brooke will be coming back on shortly. Seawright towards Hall. Met in the air by the defender. And Jade Brooke couldn't get onto the loose ball, taken out by the defender, but once again the referee says no, and Brooke is being allowed back onto the field as Steph Smith makes her way into the area. Dancing through the defence, but she's eventually caught out by the fullback, who plays it out of the leg of Seawright for a throw to Haringey. We are now at the end of normal time here at the Butts Park Arena. Coventry United leading by 5 goals to 1 as the referee checks his watch. There should be plenty of added time due to a number of injury stoppages. Haringey, I hate to say, have been completely outclassed in this game after a bizarre start which saw Jade Brooke lose possession outside her own area, which allowed Haringey to storm in and steal a goal. Since then it's been total domination from Coventry United. It could be another one now. Squared for Ali Hall, and there it is. Strikes it home into a pretty much empty net. Goalkeeper could do nothing about it. And a splendid 6 for the Red and Green girls. The second for Ali Hall. And the perfect way to round off a, well, I think you got to say, bizarre first half. Dermody makes the challenge and we could be on for a 7th. It's Dermody, 1-on-1 with the keeper. Can she get the shot away? Yes, she can. She just rolls it past the goalkeeper. A magnificent 7 for Coventry United, and Helen Dermody joins in the fun. The substitute on the score sheet. And it's now Coventry United 7, Haringey Borough 1. And it's just been a total calamity at the back for Haringey. And I think the visitors will just want to get themselves into the changing rooms and just forget this first half ever happened. But they've still got another 45 minutes of football to come. Buck's making a run. Couldn't quite get a head onto the ball. And Haringey have got to do something with the ball here. And it's a half-hearted clearance from the fullback, and United are able to pick up possession. Steele cuts in. Brooke, Smith in support. Jade Brooke chips it into the area for Dermody. Couldn't bring it down, and it's a goal kick. The defender to take the goal kick. Outfield players have been taking the goal kicks for Haringey in this first half. The goalkeeper has not had the best of games. Blasted out for a throw-in by the number 2 defender for the visitors. And Seawright and Hall putting the defence under pressure on the edge of their own penalty area. McDonnell swipes the ball away from the attacker. Haig. Now Nikki Miles, plenty of space out wide for Alex Buck. Here is Buck. Buck still going, strides into the centre. Steph Smith. Buck wants it back. She won't get it, but it's flicked on. Helen Dermody, she's onside. Oh, she's overhit that one. Touched a little too heavy. She made her way to the goalkeeper, and unfortunately that's a chance wasted for Coventry United. Buck wanted it squared to her left-hand side. It would have been a great moment for the Coventry United defender, and there still may be another chance, but Hull's going to leave that one. In fact, well, Elizabeth Steele tries to race onto the loose ball, but the goalkeeper grabs it. And you have to think, if Coventry United were going full power with their foot fully on the gas, we could be into double figures. But alas, at half-time, Coventry United lead by 7 goals to 1. And I dare say Haringey will certainly not want to think about that first half again, but they've still got another 45 minutes of action if Coventry United continue to play the way they have done after that pretty cataclysmic first minute. Then who knows what this score could be. We could be in for a rugby score, maybe even a cricket score if we're lucky. But the half-time score, the Butts Park Arena, Coventry United Ladies 7. You heard that right, Coventry United Ladies 7, Haringey Borough Women's FC 1. And that will do us for the first half here on CUTV. We're going to take a quick break just to have a quick cup of tea, and we'll be back in 5 minutes time. Do not go anywhere, we'll be back on CUTV in a few minutes. And we're back here on CUTV with live coverage of the second half of this FA Women's Premier League Cup match between Coventry United ladies and Haringey Borough Women's FC. First half, well, one-sided is all I've got to say about it. Coventry United going behind in the first minute, so not the best of starts for the Red and Green girls after a defensive error. Allowed Haringey through on goal. They made no mistakes, but that was as good as it got for the visitors. 7 goals followed for Coventry United in a dominating first half display. It could and should have been so many more. I think United have been taking it a little bit easy towards the end of that first half, out of respect for their opponents, and probably just to save some energy for next week as well. We will get the thoughts of Jay Bradford and possibly a member of the Coventry United playing staff after today's match, so look out for our post-match series, The Final Whistle. The interview will be released a few hours after kickoff, and of course the highlights of this match will be unveiled tomorrow morning via Coventry United TV's official YouTube channel. So that's at youtube.com/Coventry United TV to find all things Coventry United on YouTube. And of course, next time we are on air in just 2 days' time, actually, on Tuesday, live coverage of the Midland League Premier Division match between Coventry United and Roaster. So not too much time to rest the old voice box, so I'll have to keep my mouth shut for a couple of days. So chances are I won't be talking until we kick things off at 7:30 on YouTube on Tuesday, because to be quite honest, after the last couple of days, and in fact the last week when I had 4 matches in 4 days, let's just say the old voice box is a bit strained, so if I lose my voice, then it's going to be my own fault anyway. But we're ready for the second half here at the Butts Park Arena. Coventry United leading by 7 goals to 1. There have been doubles so far for Leah Seaverite and Ali Hall. There have also been single goals for Keely Davis, who was taken off after just 25 minutes. There was also one for Helen Dermody, and Steph Smith, who actually started the comeback just a couple of minutes after United went behind. So it was certainly not the best of starts, but the joy didn't last long for Haringey, and it never came back. I'm not too sure what Jay Bradford has said in her half-time team talk, whether she's said just go out there and have some fun, or sit back and just see this match out. And I would hope that we'd see a few more goals. Of course, you don't want to embarrass Haringey. They've come here, they've tried their best. It hasn't quite worked out for them. So there's ultimately got to be a level of respect for Coventry United's opponents. But they are a professional women's football club. They want to score goals. And you think about it, every single footballer on that pitch wants to put the ball in the back of the net. It's what they do it for. So I don't think you can really ask them not to put the ball in the back of the net if they've got the chance. Although United have had numerous opportunities to take the scoreline into double figures, and I dare say if Jay Bradford has allowed them to keep on going and score as many goals as they can, we will be into double figures by the final whistle in 45 minutes time. A quick team huddle for both sides. And the Coventry United ladies disperse and get themselves into position as we get ready for the second half. A rather wet Butts Park Arena. I think the rain has now stopped, but it has been drizzling throughout the majority of today's match. It's certainly been raining goals. Coventry United leading by 7 goals to 1. And it will be United kicking from right to left and starting this second half in possession with Ali Hall in the centre circle. And here we go, second half underway at the Butts Park Arena. Let's see how many times the net bulges in this period. And immediately a foul was given against the Haringey midfielder for a tackle on Alex Buck, who is going to continue after receiving a head injury in the latter stages of the first half. United now in a advanced position with Helen Dermody. And I think we're going to have a stoppage here because the Haringey striker is in some discomfort. And yes, United have played it out for a throw-in, and the number 19 will receive some treatment. And this couldn't have got off to a worse start this second half for Haringey, as our number 19 striker is currently down injured. So pretty much as soon as we've got underway for the second half, it's been halted again because of the injury. Very similar to the way that we kicked off the game, because within a minute of the first whistle, Haringey went in front, and after that goal, there was about a 2-minute delay when Nat Haig was down injured. Luckily, she's been able to continue. As we can see, a couple of the Coventry United ladies, substitutes getting ready down the touchline. Only 2 substitutes available for Coventry United now. Maisie Jerram was supposed to be starting the match with Rosie McDonald on the bench, but Maisie suffered an injury during the pre-match warm-up, so only 3 players available on the bench for the Red and Greens, and they've already used one of them with Helen Dermody replacing Keely Davis after just 25 minutes. We're not too sure why at the moment. I had to ask Jay Bradford in our post-match interview in the final whistle. And Haringey play it back to Sue Wood in goal for Coventry United. After that opening goal, Wood hasn't had an awful lot to do apart from just keep the ball moving in her penalty area. McDonald for Coventry United. Now it's with Nikki Miles. Jade Brooke. Haig wants it out wide. Here is Nat Haig, who can play anywhere across that back line. She's playing at centre back today. Lovely ball through the heart of the defence. It's Alex Buck, tries one, and it's gone through the goalkeeper's hands, but it will just drift wide. It will be a corner. And that's the confidence Coventry United have at the moment. When a fullback tries a shot like that from that sort of range, you know that they have got a serious amount of confidence. Although in saying that, we did see a spectacular goal from the men's fullback, Jeff Woodward, on Monday against Worcester. So it wouldn't be the first time that we've seen a fullback score a spectacular strike from long range. It's Dermody's corner. Seabright misses with the header, as does Smith, but he was picked up at the far post by Steele. Buck. Still going, Buck. Still going. Eventually dispossessed. She runs into a sea of yellow. But Smith intercepts. Seabright tries to put it into the box for Smith. And it's picked up by a Haringey defender, but the ball down the right hand side easily cut out by McDonald. Dermody, Smith, blocked off by the fullback. Clearance made its come off the leg of Smith, throw into Haringey. We're looking for some options up line and put out a play immediately once again by Rosie McDonald. Up line, it's come off the leg this time of the Haringey striker, but a foul by Rosie McDonald on the striker means it's a free kick to Haringey Borough. And the fullback who was going to take the free kick initially thought it was going to be a throw-in. I was then told by the referee that it was going to be a free kick instead, and that free kick has come to precisely nothing, unfortunately. Long ball into the area, out of reach for the Haringey attackers. Brooke flicks it on, Steph Smith. Hall wants it forward and she's not going to get there. Haringey look a lot more composed at the back at the start of this second half. Buck plays it back to Sue Wood in goal for Coventry United. Haig. Smith. Plenty of space out wide for Seawright if she can be found. Brooke. Here is Seawright. McDonald making the overlapping run. Poor control from Seawright. She's able to find Brooke. Jade Brooke deflected, and that's going to go in as well. Another new scorer in Jade Brooke. I think we can safely say that all is forgiven after that early error leading to Haringey's only goal of the match so far. She needed the help of a deflection of the leg of a Haringey player, but she won't mind. It's 8-1. We're underway once again. Dermody sees Seawright's run. The defender gets something on the ball, but can't take it away from Seawright. Leah Seawright, and the forward gets a body in the way and puts it out for a throw-in. Good work from the defender. to stop that attack in its tracks and put it out for a throw, level with the penalty area on this left-hand wing for Coventry United. McDonald's going to take it, Dermody and Seawright in support, Ali Hall in there as well. Over the head of Seawright towards Hall, nodded out of play for a Coventry United corner, is it? Yes, it's gone over the line now, it will be a corner to the Red and Greens. It's going to be Dermody to take it on the left flank. Plenty of options in the penalty area. Dermody puts it in, looking for miles at the near post, the defender did well to get onto it. Dermody makes the interception on the left wing. McDonald tries to find Dermody again, she was not going to find her, and it's picked up by the number 3 for Haringey. Puts it out of play at the foot of Dermody, and the Haringey throw will follow. 5 minutes gone in this second half, and already United have got another goal thanks to a deflected strike from Jade Brooke. Throw-in taken, good pressure from Seawright, wins the ball back for Coventry United but can't find Rosie McDonald. Ball up line to the number 19. Out of play off the leg of Miles for a throw-in, just next to Jay Bradford's tactical area. Seawright meets the header but only finds the Haringey fullback once again. The visitors enclose on that right hand side and eventually they do lose the ball. McDonald bounces to Dermody. Dermody to Brooke, scorer of the 8th goal. Simple pass to Haig. Alex Brooke wants it forward, and Brooke may well get on the end of this one. She does. Forced down from behind, referee says no foul. Met in the air by Brooke. Smith tries to find Haig out wide, but the pass was poorly weighted. And now Haringey look to counter. Ball down the left-hand side is a little bit too far for the Haringey attacker. Played back to Wood by Haig. Smith couldn't control. She makes the challenge though, wins the ball back. Bit of shirt pulling, an arm pulling from the Haringey midfielder. Once again, referee says nothing doing. Brooke tried to put it through for Ali Hall, far too powerful. And it'll be picked up on the edge of her own area by the Haringey goalkeeper, who has really had a bit of a mare today, unfortunately. Kick towards the right flank, nodded on but only as far as Coventry United's Rosie McDonald. Now it's Dermody. Seawright wants it through. It's Leah Seawright on the left hand side. McDonald in support. She'll leave it for McDonald. The defender cuts in. Now it's with Steph Smith. Challenge made. Dermody tries to find Seawright, but it only goes as far as a yellow shirt. Miles loses possession in the back line. The forward ball from Haringey goes straight to Haig. Wood, now Miles. Mickey Miles to Hall. Brings it down for a little flick up from the striker. Question remains, if either of the two players on 2 goals at the moment will get a hat-trick, who will it be? Will it be Hall, will it be Seawright? But Brooke may get a second goal here. Goalkeeper's come off a line, it's put into the air for Hall. She slides in but can't make contact with the ball. Well, we nearly got the answer to our question there, as Ali Hall was within touching distance of that ball, but couldn't quite divert it in. It will be a Coventry United throw on the left flank. McDonald looking for an option. Dermody trying to make a bit of space for himself, but it's taken short to Seawright. Seawright's cross goes out of play for a goal kick. So a quick reminder that the next time Coventry United ladies will be in action is next Sunday against a team which has hit the headlines over the summer due to their gender equality pay. That is Lewis. We'll be away at Lewis next Sunday. Well, I say we, unfortunately Coventry United TV will not be there because there's been a fixture clash with the Coventry United men's team. The men having to play their FA Vars match on the Sunday against Tipton Town because of a clash with the Coventry Rugby Club, who have got a match of the butts next Saturday as well. So unfortunately we'll not be covering United's trip to Lewis. We'll be covering the FA Vars match against Tipton for the men's team. So the next time you catch us on air with the ladies is against Crystal Palace, the early pace setters in the Women's Premier League South. That's at Bromley Football Club in 2 weeks' time. Haig to Smith, puts it through. Ali Hall, she's onside. Hall makes her way towards the goal. Keeper's off her line. Ali Hall, saved with the boot of the goalkeeper, and Hall can't bring it back. Not sure if Ali Hall wants a hat-trick. She's had a couple of opportunities. Brooke going all the way. Still going, Jay Brooke. Still going. Oh, just wide at the far post. Inches away. It really has been a fantastic performance from Coventry United. But it could have been so many more. How we're not in double figures right now, I do not know. And there is going to be a stoppage now for another injury. We've seen a lot of injuries in this game so far. Okay, that's the 6th injury stoppage that we've seen during today's game. And of course there was another injury before the match had even taken place, with Maisie Jerrim taken out of the starting lineup after an injury in the pre-season walk. She was going to start at centre-back with Rosie McDonald on the bench, but because of Jerrim's injury, McDonald has been brought onto the pitch from the start, and she's done pretty well. But everyone's done well, really, for Coventry United. I don't think anyone's had what you'd call a bad match for United, save for a couple of individual errors here and there. So after 10 second half minutes, score currently stands at Coventry United 8, Haringey Borough 1. We've certainly seen some goals flying in on CUTV this season. We've seen 7-2, we've seen an 8-0. It's an 8-1 at the minute, and I'll be surprised if it stays at 8-1. And we'll be talking to Jay Bradford, the Coventry United ladies manager, after the game. So if you do have a question for Jay, then get in touch with us on Twitter at CovUnitedTV. Make your voice heard. This is your show after all. And we're going to start with the goal kick after the injured player is taken off the field for a brief moment. Funded forward by Brooke, looking to find Ali Hall. It bounces awkwardly for the defender. Hall flicks it into the area. Steph Smith, there is another one! It's Smith's second of the game. Keeper came out, didn't claim it, and Smith just pokes it past her. It's 9-1 at the Butts Park Arena. I'm now right in saying that this is officially, as it stands, the joint highest scoring match we've ever covered here on Coventry United TV. The highest that we've seen was a 10-0 victory of the Coventry United men's team against Coventry Copsewood in our very first home match, so about 18 months ago. So February 2016 that match was. 10 goals in that one, 10 goals in this one, and there probably will be at least one more. Poor pass allows Coventry United to pick up the ball with Steph Smith. She can't hold on to possession, however. A forward pass by Haringey, cut out easily by Haig. Space for Seaver on the left-hand side. Poor control, and it's offside anyway. Seaver was going to get on the end of that ball, sort of slid off her boot. She would have got onto it before it went out of play for a throw, but the flag raised on that far side. And of course, Maz Gauntlet on the bench, hoping to make her first appearance of the season for Coventry United. So knows where the goal is. She's been warming up down the touchline, and we may be about to see Maz Gauntlet come on. Free kick straight into Sue Wood's box, and it's Nikki Miles who plays it back to the goalkeeper. And now Moss has got to try and get this away from the goal. Seaverett sprints up line. Dermody wants it. It's cut out well by the defender. Dermody makes the challenge. It goes out of play for a Coventry United throw. Halfway into the Haringey half. Dermody. That's Steph Smith into the area. Ali Hall wasn't ready for it. Clearance made. It will go out for a Coventry United throw on the far side, level with the penalty area. And there are going to be two changes now for Coventry United. Maz Gauntlet and Amber Hughes both coming on. But who's coming off? Well, Ali Hall is not going to get a hat-trick. She's being taken off. That's 6 goals for Ali Hall in 3 competitive outings so far this season. And Elizabeth Steele is the other player coming off. So Ali Hall and Elizabeth Steele replaced by Maz Gauntlet and Amber Hughes. And we've still got half an hour of play to go at the Butts Park Arena. Plenty of time for more goals. United lead by 9 goals to 1 in this FA Women's Premier League Cup match against Haringey Borough. Crossing the area, Helen Dermody! And there is the 10th goal for the Red and Greens. That is a little bit of history here on CUTV. This match is now officially the highest scoring fixture we've ever covered. Not the highest of finishes for Helen Dermody, but I don't think she'll be complaining. And the score, if you've lost count, of course I'm struggling to keep up. Coventry United 10, Haringey Borough Women 1. We're underway once again, with still just under half an hour of play remaining. Brooke has United pushed forward once again. Lovely turn by Amber Hughes into the penalty area, looking for Steph Smith. Hat-trick for Steph Smith. Well, it seems right that Steph Smith is the one to claim the match ball. She started the comeback, equalising after a dreadful opening 60 seconds resulted in United conceding first. So in a way it's fitting to see Steph Smith claim the hat-trick and make it 11-1. Well, this really has been a day to forget for Haringey. It started so well. Here come United again. Seabright, McDonald. Crossplay towards the far post. Amber Hughes has missed it. Right in front of the goal. She's got to concentrate. You see the flick it over the goal. Unfortunately, it's not going to be another one for United. Amber Hughes a little bit unlucky there. Seabright sprints down the left-hand side. Towards Maz Gauntlet. There's Gauntlet! And a pretty easy chance missed, I've got to say. You'd usually expect Maz Gauntlet to put that one away. But she had to take it first time and it's skewed wide. Poor free kick taken. United can't retain the ball. Haringey trying to dribble it around in the midfield. I think they just want to get to the final whistle. Number 12 retains possession. Trying to keep it away from a red shirt. Something that they haven't been able to do very well today, and they haven't done now as Alex Brooke intercepts and plays it all the way back to Sue Wood. Miles. Across their own penalty area to Nat Haig. Dermody. Back to Haig. Now it's with Brooke. Miles to McDonald. Smith. Lovely pass towards Amber Hughes. Dermody's through on goal. Pass a little too heavy for Dermody. And it goes back to the goalkeeper. Dermody intercepts, catches the goalkeeper off her line, and once again the goalkeeper has completely flapped at that one. It's gone straight through her hands. And it's Helen Dermody again. Well, it's a good job that I've got C in maths, otherwise I might not be able to keep up with the amount of goals that we've scored. I think, last count, I think that's 12. And I believe I'm right in saying that Helen Dermody is the second player to score a hat-trick today. As a foul is given against Coventry United, the number 12 going to ground. There's still 25 minutes of play remaining. The world really is Coventry United's oyster in this match. Still plenty of goals left in this one. Picked up just inside United territory by the Haringey fullback. Ball down the right hand side, goes all the way out for a goal kick. This has certainly been an interesting fixture in the FA Women's Premier League Cup. Who do you want the United to get in the next round? Should they hold on to this pretty sizable lead, which, barring a catastrophic collapse, they will do. So let us know who you want Coventry United to get in the next round of the FA Women's Premier League Cup. Free kick given. Not too sure. I thought the referee's motioning that it's a free kick against Coventry United. I can't say what for. And Haringey trying to push their players forward and try and get another consolation goal. But it's put in the air by Brooke. Hughes keeps it in. Buck making the run alongside. Hughes tries to find Buck, but it's cut out by the Haringey player. Smith makes the interception in midfield. Haig. Dispossessed. But Haringey can't do anything with the ball. They have blasted it out of play for a Coventry United throw. Around 15 yards into United territory. Here's Steph Smith. Smith goes to ground and barged off the ball. She tries to take the free kick quickly. Sign of frustration for Haringey, and you can't really blame them. It all started so well, that goal in the first 60 seconds at the Butts Park Arena. The ball on the left hand side looking for Seaver. Seaver was offside and the free kick has been awarded. And you just can't please some people, because some of the fans towards the left hand side are saying that it's shocking from the linesman. I don't think we want to get greedy here. It's 12-1. You can't have too much of a good thing, you know. We're underway once again with this free kick, but again the long ball forward from Haringey goes straight out of play for a goal kick. Most of these set pieces from Haringey have been exactly the same. Hopeful long balls without any sort of direction. Brooke tries to play her way out of danger. This is exactly what got her in trouble in the opening minute, but this time she's not been caught. She plays it to Haig. Now it's with Smith striding forward. Buck wants it on the right hand side. It's put through from Maz Gauntlet. Will she get on the end of this one? Yes, she will. Takes it around the goalkeeper. It's Maz Gauntlet, and she's not going to miss from there. The substitute, Maz Gauntlet, puts one away. Takes it around the goalkeeper and calmly puts it into the net. And the Coventry United ladies lead by 13 goals to 1. Gauntlet tries to make the challenge as we are back underway at the Butts Park Arena. Free kick given against Gauntlet for a foul on the Haringey captain. So once again, the next time we are on air here on CUTV, Tuesday night, 7:30. The kickoff will, the coverage will start. Kickoff is at 7:45. That's live coverage of Coventry United's first team against Roaster in the Midland League Premier Division. Of course, United top of their league after that victory against Quorn yesterday. Gauntlet flicks it on towards Smith, blocked in the centre circle, and Smith has taken out the Haringey player. Bit of a clash of bodies. And the physio has been drafted in to assist. And don't forget, if you are enjoying today's coverage, then hit that like button below the YouTube video. Leave a comment, let us know what you thought of the coverage. Subscribe to CUTV on YouTube for more exclusive football content. And of course, you can follow us on Twitter at Cov United TV for the latest updates from the club and the show. And again, we will be talking to Jay Bradford after today's game, possibly a member of the United playing staff too. Well, we are going to get underway once again with a drop ball. And the ball blasted towards the goalkeeper by Coventry United, so it's with Haringey now. It has been an off day for Haringey, let's just say that. Led forward by Brooke, and see if I keep it in. No, she can't. We'll be naming our CUTV player of the match with 10 minutes to go. So around 10 minutes time, I think. So yeah, about 10 minutes time. So let us know on Twitter at Cov United TV who you think should be awarded our CUTV player of the match. So that's at Cov United TV on Twitter for your CUTV player of the match. Buck stabs it through. It's Gauntlet through on goal. Tries to lob the goalkeeper, and it's gone over. Unlucky for Gauntlet. Saw the keeper off a line. To be fair, the goalkeeper's done that tons of times. But this time she goes unpunished. And the score remains at just the 13. To Haringey's single goal scored in the first minute. Blasted clear by the goalkeeper. Smith tries to meet it. It's with a Haringey player now, but only as far as Brooke. Gauntlet leaps for the ball and gets on the end of it. Gauntlet out wide for Buck. She lets the ball go to the left back for Haringey, who swiftly puts it out of play for a Coventry United throw on that far side. Buck to Smith. Good chest control from Smith. Brooke into the area with Amber Hughes. She's offside. And it will be a free kick given to Coventry United ladies. So less than 20 minutes to go at the Butts Park Arena. Coventry United lead Haringey Borough by 13 goals to 1. Free kick taken. But once again, a lack of direction on the set piece. Easily met in the air by Brooke. Gauntlet. Now Hughes. A number of options making themselves available in the area. But Hughes is going all the way. It's Amber Hughes for 14. Mass Gauntlet. Can't get the shot past the last defender. Gauntlet tripped on the area. Referee doesn't want to know. And that's handball. Is it against Buck? No, it isn't. It certainly struck the arm of Buck. I don't think she could have done too much about it. Jade Brooke. Lovely long lofted ball towards Leah Seabright, volleys it, and that doesn't quite dip enough. It dips over the crossbar. And Coventry United retain their sizable lead, but in all fairness, the amount of opportunities wasted towards the end of that first half, it could have been a lot more. Bit of complacency in effect for Coventry United, and you can't really blame them. Goal kick taken. Not the best of goal kicks. And plays Haringey straight into danger, but they have been able to avoid giving the ball away in a dangerous position. United have got the ball now in their own half, playing it forward to Jade Brooke. Shimmies away out of several attempted challenges from Haringey. They get the ball for a couple of seconds before United intercept once again. Now Dermody in the centre circle. Gauntlet. Try to get back to Dermody. It's come off the back of a Haringey player towards Steph Smith, but a good challenge made by the number 8 midfielder. Buck makes the interception on the right hand side. Alex Buck, she's been wanting the goal for a while. Challenge well, but it's Smith. Space for Seawright on the left hand side. It's come through to Seawright via the leg of a defender. Leah Seawright, she's missed it from close range. It strikes the crossbar. Let's go to Dermody on the edge of the box. Helen Dermody, oh, that's the best of the lot. That is the best of the lot from Helen Dermody. And it's 4 goals for Dermody. We've only covered 3 matches for the ladies this season, and twice we've seen a player score 4 goals. And it's 14-1 to Coventry United ladies. I dread to think what's going to be said after the match in the Haringey camp. But they will get a corner now, as the number 15 left winger tries to put out a play with the leg of Alex Buck, and she succeeded. Haringey keeping 2 players back. Only Steph Smith forward for Coventry United should the counter-attack come to fruition. Haringey would like to get as many goals on the board as they can in the goals scored column rather than the goals conceded. It's easily caught by Sue Wood, the Coventry United captain. Seawright, overlapping run being made by McDonnell. Seawright checks a run and dribbles past the number 9. Punts it forward, looking for McDonnell. Will she keep it in? She will. Smith in there as well as Amber Hughes, and that's Gauntlet's there as well, and she's dragged that one horribly wide. Well, in a normal game, if it was a 1-0 or 2-0, you'd probably be asking questions about opportunities like that going awry, but in this sort of situation, I don't think you give it a second thought. Goal kick to be taken by the defender. The goalkeeper has let the defenders take the majority of their goal kicks. Blasted clear, nodded back into her own penalty area by the number 8. As Gauntlet tries to win it back. It's up line by Haringey. McDonald makes the interception, but she can't keep the ball for long. Out wide, it goes out of play for a Coventry United throw, despite the best efforts of the fullback, who, in all fairness, has probably been Haringey's best player. You've got 2 minutes to let us know who you think should be our CUTV player of the match. So let us know on Twitter at CovUnitedTV. Here's McDonnell. Smith. Haig. Long ball forward, looking for Gauntlet. It's met in the air by the number 5 centre-back for Haringey. And now the visitors on the attack. A rare attack for Haringey. And the number 12, the captain, is one-on-one with Sue Wood. And it's well saved by Wood. Well, it's just an indication that it's not your day. An opportunity like that. But you got to take nothing away from Sue Wood. It was a great save. But I think that just goes to show that everything after that first 60 seconds has been against Haringey. It will be a corner. I believe it's their second corner of the match. And it's swung in, Wood catches it. And looking eagerly for an option. Throws it, looking for Nat Haig. She's found Haig. Plenty of space for the United counter-attack, but the pass towards Gauntlet was wayward. But luckily for United, so was the long ball from the back from Haringey. Wood throws it to Dermody. Under pressure from the number 12 for Haringey, but plays it back to Miles. Alex Buck. She's got Hay to her right. Buck seems to be playing a centre-back at the minute. The back four have been switching positions quite often, really. Going up offsides, the through balls put past the last defender by Amber Hughes, but sadly Gauntlet was also past the last defender. And once again, a fair bit of stick for the linesman on that far side from the Coventry United fans. They're 14-0 up, sorry, 14-1 up. Just can't please some people, eh? Right, it's going. So now time to name our CUTV player of the match. Now this has been a difficult one. It's been between two players, two midfielders who have found no problem in scoring today, much like the rest of the Coventry United side. And it is a difficult one, but for her creativity as well as her goal scoring prowess, we're going to give it to Coventry United's Helen Dermody. Although Steph Smith was in the running as well, it was very tough to call it between Smith and Dermody. Of course, Smith got the comeback going, scoring the equalising goal and getting the hat-trick as well. But Dermody has been a complete performance from her on a team basis and on an individual basis as well. So you can't not give it to Dermody. McDonald sprints down that left-hand side, ball just drifts out of play, and it will be a throw to Haringey Borough. And luckily for them, they've only got to endure another 10 minutes of this. And it's not what their fans who have travelled a long way would have wanted to see. A big day for them. And it did start so well. Gawler puts it through. Amber Hughes onside. Takes it around the goalkeeper. It's a tight angle. She squares it, and there's another one. And it's Smith again. Amber Hughes unselfishly squares it for Steph Smith, who finds no problem in tapping the ball high. Well, I say tapping, she burst the net. Now give me a minute while I try and count up how many goals I got. I'm writing down all the goal scorers on my phone. To be honest with you, even my mathematical knowledge isn't helping me in this. This is a day when you need the scoreboard. The scoreboard hasn't been turned on. We haven't got a PA system and we haven't got a scoreboard switched on today. So this is the one day we needed it and it's not here. See Roberts in towards Gauntlet. Hughes at the far post. It's Smith. I'm not too sure what happened there. She just sort of left it in the penalty area. But Buck gets it back. Brooke. It's blocked by the defender, who seems to have been winded there. Went straight into her stomach. I think it's taking a bit out of the player. I'm thinking right to say, is it? I think it's 15-1. I'm not trying to be conscientious here. I'm not trying to be dramatic and say, oh yeah, United have scored loads of goals. I literally do not know how many we've scored. I think it's 15. I mean, try to keep the notes as best as I can. Try and keep and the scorers. By my calculations, it's 15-1. But you know what? It's just we're going to have to go back and check the highlights. So I'm really not sure. I'll tell you what, it's like this every week, folks. We get 15 goals every single week, so you may as well tune in next week as well. Blasted away by the defender with a free kick. And Miles should pick that one up in the back line of Coventry United and play it back to Sue Wood between the sticks. Back to Miles. A bit more space to work with now. Helen Dermody. As United make their way forward. Brooke wants it forward. Chip pass looking for Brooke, met in the air though by the Haringey midfielder. Seaver makes the interception and gets past the fullback and sprints towards the penalty area. Seaver about 5.5 minutes to go, plus whatever the referee wants to add on. So again, today's CU TV player of the match, Helen Dermody. The substitute came on at 25 minutes for Keely Davis. I think I'm right in saying, another bit of history here on CU TV. Helen Dermody is the first substitute who's ever won a man of the match or player of the match in any game that we've covered. So 2 bits of history, the highest scoring game that we've ever covered and the first substitute player of the match. Awful clearance, well, the goalkeeper, Gauntlet puts it through for Amber Hughes, laid up to Brooke and charged down by the defender. Buck finds its way inadvertently to Steph Smith. And wide to Buck, puts it into the area. A half clearance really from the defender. She has to pick it up on the edge of the penalty area. Seabright, Dermody, it's Maz Gauntlet, now Amber Hughes. Gauntlet, straight to the hands of the goalkeeper from point blank range. Dermody blocked up by the defender but gets past. Dermody, Gauntlet, and there it is. That's another one. It's Gauntlet's second. I believe it's United's 16th. And I think you could call this a comprehensive Coventry United victory. Well, if you are enjoying today's coverage, I certainly hope you are, because I don't think we're going to see another game like this for a long old time. Hit the like button if you do enjoy the coverage. Leave a comment below, let us know what you think of today's match. Follow us on Twitter at CovUnitedTV, and also the most important thing, subscribe to CU TV on YouTube for more exclusive football content. And if you are a Coventry United fan, or if you're a Haringey fan who just likes punishment, then you can check out the highlights tomorrow morning of today's match. The video highlights available on CU TV's YouTube channel tomorrow morning. United with the ball in their own backyard, but Miles sprints away. That's with Jade Brooke. Gauntlet. Space on the right hand side for Amber Hughes. And it's offside against Hughes. And it's a real shame because she found the net as well. The goalkeeper was off her line. And she wasn't going to be able to do anything about that. It's a shame for Hughes because that's a couple of times that she's been caught offside in a really good position. So I'll say about 3 minutes of normal time remain. There may be a few stoppages for a couple of injuries in the small matter of the goal celebrations. All 16 of them. Miles, ball bobbles around the Coventry United back line, but finds its way to Smith. Buck, Haig. Haig, long ball for Maz Gauntlet. She'll get there first, and this could be another hat-trick for Coventry United. It's Maz Gauntlet, and fair play to the goalkeeper. A brilliant save with the knee. Well, I don't think we're going to have enough time in the YouTube video for shots saved and shots that didn't go in, because we've got enough goals to put in there, but that really would have been well, it certainly would have been in the highlights if we had time for it, but sadly I just don't think we're going to have time for it. We might have to do a separate video of the shots that didn't go in. There's going to be a corner now with Helen Dermody as we approach the final whistle at the Butts Park Arena. Dermody towards Seabright. Seabright can't make a connection with the header. And now Haringey try and play their way out of danger. Hughes picks it up for Coventry United, takes it around the attacker who tried to dispossess her. Hughes into the area, looking for Jade Brooke, and it's just about stabbed away from the centre-back. Picked up on the right-hand side by Hughes. It's up rather than out by the defender. The goalkeeper flaps at it. Seabright puts it in, but it's not going to be a hat-trick for Seabright because the referee has called for a foul on the goalkeeper, and that is such a shame because Seabright's been waiting for that third goal for a long old time. We will get underway for the last couple of minutes with this free kick. I think a minute of normal time and a few minutes of added. And that brings to a close An astonishing 90 minutes of football at the Butts Park Arena. It started as a horror show for Coventry United. At the 60 seconds, a defensive error led to a first goal from Haringey. But since then, there was only one colour to be in on that turf, and that's red. Coventry United obliterating their opponents. It could have been more. The Red and Greens wasted a couple of chances towards the end of that first half. But at a ground famous for hosting rugby, it's a rugby score. But don't ask me to count them, go and count them yourselves. But I believe I'm right in saying that the final score at the Butts Park Arena is Coventry United Ladies 16, Haringey Borough Women's FC 1. But I must stress that I'm going to have to go back and look at the footage from this game and count how many goals there were. That's an estimate right there. That's an estimate how many goals there are. And also a little bit of history here on CUTV. Today's game has got the highest amount of goals for one match that we've ever covered on Coventry United TV, beating the previous record of Coventry United's 10-0 win at home to Coventry Cotswold back in February of 2016. So well done, girls. You're into the next round, and you've given us one hell of a show. And that will do us here on CUTV. Well, I'm going to go for a lie down and try and count how many times that net bulged. But until then, we're going to upload what I'm pretty certain is going to be a very long highlights video. We'll try and get that up tomorrow morning here on the CUTV YouTube account. And there will be a there'll be an interview with Jay Bradford a little bit later on in a couple of hours' time. We're going to do the interview with Jay immediately after we go on air, off air, so you can expect to see an interview with Jay Bradford in a couple of hours' time right here on CUTV on YouTube. Thank you so much for your company on a history-making day here at the Butts Park Arena. I think it's safe to say the Red and Green girls have won for the first time at their new home. From me, Liam Cook, until we meet again on Tuesday for the roaster match, it's goodbye from me and enjoy what's left of your Sunday.